Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to practice pointillism using markers. And the markers you need are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and brown, and you want to make sure that you get those colors. So you want the one that says blue and the one that says red, not one of the made up other names. So you want it to say red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice creating different values using pointillism, and the way you do that, the closer together and the more layers you have of your dots, the darker it will be, the farther apart they are, the lighter it will look. And then we're also going to practice changing the intensity of your color by mixing the complementary colors, and then we're going to use brown to see what that looks like. So first thing you want to do is you want to label, and it's going to be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple or violet in these columns, and then red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and red, violet. So this is just like your color wheel that you did, except it's not in a circle now, it's just in a straight line. And then down here we're going to do complementary colors, so red and green, blue and orange, and yellow and violet. Now when you're doing this, you are not going to hold it like a little kindergartner, and you're not going to stab your paper like this. You're going to hold it like a normal pencil, and when you're doing this, if you're doing it right, your hand and your arm should stay in one place. So your arm is not moving off of the table, it's just your hand is moving up and down. And if I've used these for several times now for using with the dots, and mine are still at a point, they're not smashed down, so you shouldn't damage the tip at all. So first thing, and remember these are going to be dark, medium, and light values, is you just want to start adding the dots, and I usually go around the border first, and you can do it randomly if you want to do it in like lines, you can do it that way. But the more dots you have, the more layers you have, the closer together they are, it's going to be darker. And all my dots are the same size. I'm not making dots that are little bitty and then really big ones. I'm making dots that are all the same size. Okay, so now this is my medium value, so I'm not going to put as many dots. And then for my lightest value, I'm going to make sure I space them out so there's some white showing. And then you're just going to do that for all of the colors. And again, I'm barely lifting the marker up off of the paper each time I make a dot. That actually gives you more control. It may seem like it takes longer, but it doesn't. And it's always better to not do enough dots, because you can always add more layers. But if you do too much, you can't take any off. So I don't feel like the dark one is dark enough, so I'm going to go back over it. Maybe the medium one too. Okay, so that's the way you're going to do it for the entire thing. When you get to the ones where you're mixing it, you always want to do the lighter color first. So out of red-orange, I'm going to use red and orange. Orange is going to go first, because that way it helps you keep your markers clean. If you do the lighter color first. And this time you want to get equal parts orange and red, or whichever two colors you're mixing. Okay, so that's the way you do it for the entire strip, all the colors. You're going to do it the exact same way. When you get down to the intensity is just mixing complementary colors together, and when you have equal parts, it's more of like a brown, a neutral. So we're going to do 5 squares. The outside ones are going to be just the pure color. The middle one is going to be equal parts, and then these two, it's going to be either more red or more green. And so again, you just want to add layers to make it darker. All the dots are the same size. And the way I do it is I do the pure colors first on the outside. And then I go into the middle because I know it's going to be equal parts for this one. So I can go ahead and do this one. And that will help me figure out how I need to do the 2 middle ones. Okay, and if you need to go back and make it darker, you can. You want to try and make it dark like this one, but to save time, I'm not going to do it that dark. Okay, so when you get to these, again, the one on the green side is going to have more green than red. So I'm going to put the green down. And then this one is going to have more red than green, so I'm only going to put a few green dots right now. I can add more later if I need to. And if you accidentally get it to where you have a different color on your marker, if you just dab it a couple times, you'll clean it off that way. Okay, so once you get it down, you can see maybe you need more green in the middle. And this one. Until you get it, each one gradually changes to the other color. So you're going to do that for all the complementary pairs, just the exact same way. And then this last one is just mixing each color with brown. So you can do this whatever order you want. I'm going to put the color down first. And then add the brown. And I did it to where it's dark on one side and then light on the other just to see what it looks like, but if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. Okay, and that's it.